Hello. So, I just finished my freshman year of college today. Ain't that just crazy? Anyways, I've been on a reading ban for like weeks, months. I think it's May. I've been on a reading ban since spring break in March, which is so sad to me. I can't read a book. I can't. Every time I would read a book, I would feel guilty that I wasn't doing schoolwork. So, therefore, I put myself on a reading ban. I also put myself on a book buying ban. That may end today, that may or may not. But the reading ban definitely ends today because I'm back with my babies. I'm also in a new place, which is crazy. So, I'm in Denver for the summer, and I got a little room, apartment, I don't know, I have roommates, but whatever. But I have a new room, and we're just gonna do a quick little boop. There's part of it, and then more, and then look at my lovely bookshelves. It had built-in bookshelves, and I thought, yes, this is the place for me. Also, there's like a reading nook right there. So, but anyways, I'm back with my books, and I can read. Except the problem is I don't know where to start. Now here's the thing. My birthday was in April, and I got money. And you know what I do with money? I spend it on books. I want to go to Barnes & Noble to jumpstart my creative juices in my brain and maybe buy books, maybe not. There is one book that I know that I want to buy, and I was gonna go. I was, but now it's raining. But I think I'm gonna go anyways. I think I'm gonna go because I want to, and I feel like I just need to be surrounded by books just to like get me in the mood to read, because right now I'm like still kind of tired. But yeah, so I think that's our plan right now. We're gonna go to Barnes & Noble. It's raining and we're not going to talk about it, but I just think it's easier to do this in my car. So, here's my haul of all of the books that I got. Anyways, I didn't necessarily need all of these, but I wanted them. So, let's go through them. Okay, so, number one, I got in the young adult section, I got the Grimrose Girls. This is like a young adult, like they're at an academy. Yes, they're at Grimrose Academy. It is an elite school. I don't know. This just seemed really interesting because I think it has something to do with like fairy tales, it seems. Yeah, they soon learn that all the past murders are connected to ancient fairy tale curses, and that their fates are tied to stories. So it's kind of giving a Ever After High throwback, which I loved. I really liked Ever After High. I know nothing else about it. I saw it on the shelf, and I thought, period. So the first thing I do when I walk into Barnes & Noble is I look at all the tables, and then I walk my butt right on back to the young adult section, and I start there, and that's where the journey begins. So I began in the young adult section, and I also found if you know what this is so good. I found Sense in Second Degree Murder, which I literally, okay, I read Pride and Premeditation over the summer, or I think it was over the summer, or it was over winter break. and so good. Like, it was actually so fire, and so I'm really excited to read this book. I find them better than Jane Austen's actual books. Sue me? No, I'm just kidding. I just really like the twists that they put on it. So they basically take a Jane Austen novel. She takes the Jane Austen novel and she puts a murder in there, and it twists and turns, and everything's so good. I watched the movie. That one is that one, and that one's that one. Okay, sorry. I was like thinking, because I watched Persuasion and then I also watched Sense and Sensibility within the same weekend, and I was like, which one's which? I know which one's which. Sort of. I low-key already forgot the story. Anyways, two sisters, it seems. They investigate the suspicious death of their father. Sentenced second-degree murder. I'm really excited. I think that the names are just so clever. The other one that they have out, the third one, is called Manslaughter Park. I was just so excited when this came onto the shelves of Barnes & Noble, because this is so good. I really do like this one. Anyways, so that's that. Next, I walked my butt on over to the romance section, because it's right there. And I picked up the final offer. I read Terms and Conditions in my last vlog. I don't know. I just have a feeling that I'm gonna need a few romances sprinkled in with all of this fantasy and mystery and stuff that I've been gravitating towards lately. But I picked up the final offer because I want to finish the series, and I'm very interested in Callahan. And who is Alana? Yeah, really cute. Next, I walked my butt over to the fantasy section because, you know, that's the way that it flows. So I went to the fantasy section and I picked up the book that I needed to go there for. Throne of Glass. I think in my last vlog I bought The Assassin's Blade and the other one in Court of Mist and Fury, and I bought the Assassin's Blade in the new covers, and that was the problem. I had Throne of Glass in the old covers. I just got rid of that. So now I bought Throne of Glass in the new covers, which I think are just gorgeous. And that's all anyone sells anymore, so. Yeah, so. Maybe I might do a few Sarah J. Maas vlogs this summer. Because I think my goal for this summer is to read all of her books. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but that is my goal. I have read one of her books, and I didn't love it, but I think it gets better. So I've been told. So, okay, I had to free up some storage on my phone, but we're just gonna keep going. My next book is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Yeah. Okay, so look at the cover. It's literally gorgeous. First of all, I've wanted this book. The problem is that I've refused to buy it because it's always been a hardcover. Now, Barnes & Noble, they're coming through with this gorgeous paperback. Ugh. Oh. Why is it so cute? It's just gorgeous, and it's got those, like, edges. Those, like, old book edges. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited. So, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. If you took a look at this book, and you saw me look at this book, and you thought I wouldn't buy this, you're hilarious. Okay, sixth. And finally, Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. This is the new cover, and I low-key like it. So, anyways, Brandon Sanderson, they say he's the king of fantasy. we're just gonna see. But I think since I'm getting into fantasy again, it's probably a good idea for me to pick up the man, the myth, the legend, Brandon Sanderson. I need to go home. It's still raining. I'm thinking about getting dinner on my way home. I'm also thinking that's expensive. And I'm also thinking, how much do I really care? And I'm also thinking, Ashley, you should care a lot. So I'm having a big mental battle. But I have books now, so it makes everything better. So it is the next day, and I slept for a very long time, which is a good thing because I needed it. So yeah. But I picked out a few books that I want to get to this summer and maybe even this month. So let's get into it. The first book I have is Redeeming Love. I have been wanting to read this book ever since we had a unit in my Old Testament class over Hosea, and I went, okay, it's time for me to read the book. That was the motivation that I needed. I didn't know when I would be getting to this book. I really had no idea. So now that school is over and I can read a book, I think we're definitely gonna read Redeeming Love. Everybody's like, it's so good. And I watched the movie back when it came out with my mother, but I didn't read the book, and I've needed time to process the story and to forget it so that I can read the book and be like, oh, surprise. But also, books are always better, let's be real. So yes, we got Redeeming Love. The next book I want to get to is Losing Hope by Colleen Hoover. Okay. So I read Hopeless. It was a 5-star read. I loved it. And I've needed time to forget the story as well. Although, who could forget that story? I don't know. But recently I did a project and I had to go back through Hopeless, like go through and look for some quotes in there. And I just remembered how good it was. And so now I want to pick up Losing Hope and relive the story. This one's in Holder's POV. So I'm very... I just know it's going to be so sad. I just know I'm probably going to cry. We just got this book. I want to read The Final Offer. I feel like it's kind of summery. It takes place over the summer. Yes, it takes place over the summer. They spend the summer at his grandfather's lake house, and so I want to read this. Sweet. Okay. Next, I have The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. I think that it's the cover for me. The cover is gorgeous, and it makes me think of summer. And so, I want to read it. It is a romance, and that is all I know about it. Next, I want to continue with the Fortunatus 1 series. I have read the first and second book, and now it is time to read the third book. It left us on a huge cliffhanger in the last book that I think is going to have major repercussions, and so I'm very excited to find out what happens and see all of the things. So, Deadly Dreams, that is on my TBR for this summer. Next, I want to read the Divergent series. I want to do a video reading the Divergent series. I read it when I was in middle school, and it was so good. I liked it. And then they came out with new covers, and I thought I had to buy them because look at how pretty they are. And I bought all of them. So, Divergent. Next, I have a duology, and that is the Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves duology. I read the Remnant Chronicles in my last vlog over spring break, and it was so good. If you remember my reactions, just go back and watch the video. It was so good. Okay, next I have The Box in the Woods by Maureen Johnson. This is the 4th book. It's the 4th book in the Truly Devious world. It is not, I don't want to call it the next book in the series because I feel like it's kind of its own thing. I've heard that it's kind of like a middle book between the first trilogy and then the second trilogy that is being made right now. This takes place over the summer at a summer camp, and so I've been waiting till the summer to read this book. Next, I have time to read and to watch TV. So what I want to do is read the Shadow and Bone series in the Six of Crows duology and get into this Grisha-verse that she has. I don't know what it's about. I just know that I saw the trailer for the show and I wanted to read the book. It convinced me to read the book, so I want to read the series before I watch the show. As you can tell, I'm in a little bit of a fantasy era. And next, like I said, I want to do some Sarah J. Maas stuff. So I have Throne of Glass and Court of Mist and Fury. I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, so I'll probably do a vlog that goes through the rest of the ACOTAR series, and then I'll probably do like a couple vlogs that go through the Throne of Glass series, and then I'll do another vlog that goes through the Crescent City series. So I have a few plans for Sarah J. Maas this summer. And that will probably take up a lot of my summer reading, actually, so. But I have so many other books on my TBR that I also want to read. It was really hard to, like, pick out some books that, like, I wanted to read this summer, where I was like, I want to read them all. So, last night I picked up The Family Plot by Megan Collins. This is a book about a family who's kind of like a true crime family. They honor the deaths of murder victims every year, and the kids are like named after victims of murder. Our main character, Dahlia, has a twin brother, and he ran away. He left a note saying that he ran away. But we find out 30 years later, or 10 years later, or however many years later it is, that his body was actually buried in their father's plot where he will be buried. They all come back together, and they're digging up their father's grave in order to put him in it, and they find Andy's body in there. And so now she is trying to dig into his life, find out who killed him, and what happened. And so things are being uncovered. We are seeing all these things. But I picked this up last night. I read a little bit today. I'm on page 115 right now. My plans for the rest of the day are just to lay in bed and read. I think with that, I'm going to close out this Bookish vlog. It was really fun to say hi, hang out, and update you on a few of my reading plans. I can now read books, and so we are going to do a lot of that, and I'm going to take you guys along with me this summer, reading and doing my internship, which is really cool. I got a worship internship this summer at the church that I go to here in Denver, which is why I'm here. But yeah, I'll probably take you guys along with that and along my reading journeys and just my summer. It's going to be a really fun summer. I have friends here in Denver that I'll be hanging out with. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you subscribe and follow me on my summer reading journey. It's going to be really fun. So, love ya. Peace, love, all the things.